All right, Shalom, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here every week to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans know that you are the true children of Israel according to the Holy Scriptures, and that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his kingdom, Babylon the Great, which is known as America, is going to be destroyed very soon in a thermonuclear war, okay? So, hey, before we officially get started, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, I want to send double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, love, and safety to the elect document out there. Much love as well to the few sincere women out there that subscribe unto the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. All right. So we're gonna get straight into it, man. Let's get Second Ezra. I don't want to get the whole chapter going. The Second Ezra is 15, and I believe the first we start from the top. Matter of fact, you know, because right now we're living in very prophetic times. Okay. Now the major prophecy, you know, that we've been speaking on, starting with the elder apostle Tahar on down, is what? The MOTB. All right. And this is going to be the new future of Babylon the Great, man. All right. This is the plan of Esau, Edom being chipping everybody according to Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. All right. Now, ultimately, at the end, you know, what we're waiting on the kingdom of heaven to be established. But can we get 2nd Ezra 4 and 37? We're gonna get that first. But you know, the Most High has things set in order. He has them set at an appointed time. Okay. And we see, you know, when you go into the news, you see individuals like Elon Musk, okay, and these higher elites. What they're doing is they're pushing out digital energy, for lack of a better word. Okay, getting rid of the cash, you know, making things more convenient for your life, you know, and you know, you're making things. I was hearing an echo. You know, and making things more convenient for your life. And you know, and they had for years now, they've had examples of how they were going to take these devices and use them for not only payments, but you know, to track your pets, to track your dogs, or to track your children just in case something happens. Okay? So without further ado, no more rambling, we're gonna get straight to the scriptures. We're gonna get this Second Ezra first, and then we'll jump into that Second Ezra. That's Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Right. Now, first and foremost, it says, speak thou in the ears of my people. Now, who is the people of the Lord? These are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is the Lord's people. Now, did the Lord create every nation upon earth? Of course. But the Lord, he made it clear, he made it very evident that he only dealt with a certain group of people. Okay? His people, his sheep, his pasture, his only begotten, which is the nation of Israel. So it says, speak unto the nation of Israel, speak in their ears the words of prophecy, which to prophesy means to say before. All right? So when we speak about the MOTB, we speak about the coming wars, the coming pestilences, the coming kingdom of Yahawashi, which by through joint heirs is also the kingdom of the nation of Israel. This is something that we're speaking aforetime. Okay? Can you get real quick Isaiah 42 verse 9? Can you read that again? Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And it also says, which I will put in thy mouth, which says what? This is not our word that we're speaking. When these words, and Jeremiah was a perfect example of that, because as a young child, he said, I don't know, Lord, what I'm going to say. I'm so young. He said, I'm going to put my words in your mouth. So that's no different in this day and age. All right? And then also another point, there it says, speaking to the ears of my people, all these nations are going to hear about these prophecies. This is why you have these individuals online of heathen descent. They're coming out and they're speaking of things based off of what they see that's matching up with biblical prophecy, and they're saying, "Hey, this gotta be it. This gotta be the end of days. This has to be They're even putting it together that this is Babylon the Great, based off of the characteristics, based off of the things that's happened. Okay. So yeah, we get that by Washam.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
Right, because it says what? In the book of Romans, the 15th chapter and the 4th verse, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. So the prophecies are a perfect example of that. Because these were written years before we were even thought of, man. Okay? The prophets of that time, they seen particular prophecies. They spoke of them how they seen them in the visions that they were given, but they were broken down in this day and age. Okay? You go ahead.
Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Before they spring forth, also meaning before they come to pass, before they happen, before you see them, I will speak of them. And the way that the Most High is speaking of these things is through the mouth of his holy prophets, man. Okay? And now in this day and age also, as I made a reference to these heathen nations, there you have so-called whistleblowers now. So based off of what they're hearing from the prophets, based off of what they believe in the scriptures, they're bringing this information out as well, but they're bringing it out on a scale on the left-hand side, but it's still beneficial because there's information, pretty much inside information, okay? Because we're not literally in these councils that Esau Edom is holding. But these individuals that are coming out, they're pretty much just confirming the spirit that the Lord put out there, man. You know? That should get into that.
Taking Exodus chapter 15, verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right. It says, cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right? Because it tells us what? In the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, you know, it says, though they tarry, wait for it, you know. And also in the book of Numbers, the 23rd chapter and the 19th verse, it says that the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. Isaiah the 55th chapter, the Most High sent this word down and should not return unto him void until it accomplished that to where he sent it. Okay, so this is what makes it faithful and true, and you can't deny it. You know, I was listening to a video on the way here, just speaking about prophecy. You know, going into this MOTB, it's so evident that the Revelation 13 verse 16, that the MARK that's spoken of, that charagma, it's so evident that that particular scripture is talking about this digital device, that even the heathens are coming out saying it's got to be the MOTB. Well, they don't say MOTB, but you know, just breaking it down, they say this got to be it. It's too much information coming out that's saying that this is it, and it's speaking loud and clear, man. Okay. So let's get matter of fact, let's get that in Revelation 13:16. Since I keep mentioning it, we might as well get it.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, and as I mentioned, that mark goes into charagma, which is something that is implanted under the skin, a physical mark. All right, and nobody's going to be exempt. Now, a perfect example is over years, you've had individuals, they ain't been really famous motherfuckers, but individuals that have some type of financial stability in this world, and what are they doing to make their lives convenient? Is they're getting these MOTBs or these chips in them to open up doors, to start their cars, to do particular things to track. It also is a tracking device. Okay, and I listen to you had Bill Burr, you know, a comedian, who said, well, I found out was some years ago. He said, mentioning how you put the chip in your pets and things like that. Well, he made a conscious statement to say, I think that they're going to be doing this to humans in about 10 years. Okay? You know, which of course, you know, in the comedic world, they laugh it off and say they're bullshitting, but really it has truth to it. Right? And what do you see them doing? They're individuals are getting these chips. There was even a lady that got like 37 plus chips in her at a point in time. I remember I seen that video. She had a chip in every part of her body, damn near, man. Okay, So this, well, I say all that to say that this is going to be a coming trend that is going to be convenient for the masses of the people, man. From the highest unto the lowest. You know, if you want to eat, if you want to get into a particular, you want to go into a particular store, you're going to have this. There was a video that came out recently, I forget, but it mentioned about read on the net because I don't want to jump the gun because it mentions about they should be killed. All right. Can we in the etymology can we get the word killed?
Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Yeah, it says you shall not be able to buy nor sell. So first and foremost, because you still have this doctrine coming out that the MOTB is sin. You can't buy or sell with sin, all right? It makes no sense. So we're going to jump past that because there's many of videos and plenty of edification out there that lets you know that it doesn't match up, okay? Because why would I be able to go somewhere and say, yeah, I committed adultery today, what can I get? Doesn't make sense, right? This is talking about something, this is talking about changing that physical dollar, that petrodollar, into something that's digital, something that you don't have to have in hand, okay?
If I could for a second.
For sure.
Let's just say it's not sin. But if it was sin, how would they track it? They had to put a chip in you to track your sin.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just being
exactly.
facetious, but
no, but that's a good
they would have
point.
to track it. They would have to track you 24/7.
Before we talk about them being killed in verse 15, you know that book?
Yeah, Bible shot. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Do you want me to read this?
Yeah, read that, and then I want to get the definition.
Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, I believe it's in the etymology. Yeah, so essentially the point that I want to get to, I don't believe it's in there. I think it was a Google definition I found, Salaki, but it goes into a further definition. The etymology is good, but it goes into a further definition to saying to be cut off, you know, because that's essentially what's going to happen, and they've been mentioning that for some time too. That is, if that you don't have this particular technology,
This is from the interlinear. All right, it says to kill in whatever way, to destroy, to allow to perish, and a metaphor to extinguish or abolish.
Right? So pretty much you're essentially you're non-existent.
Cut off.
You're cut off, right? And this is why, this is why us as men of the Lord, and you know you few sisters out there that subscribe unto the true doctrine and that truly believe in these prophecies, right? That we're gonna face hardships, man, because there's gonna be a time. Now, I say that to say that we're gonna have to lean on our faith, whatever faith that we've been building up over this time, seeing these prophecies coming to pass, you know, seeing what, seeing the different news that's coming out, talking about the MOTB, saying that individuals are gonna be, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing without it. This is where we're gonna really have to lean on faith, okay? Because there's gonna be a point in time where you may not be able to eat for a point in time. You may not have access to the stores, right? And that's where that pressure is gonna come to say, hey, you know, if you want to eat, come on, just just go ahead and get it. You got kids, come on, you know, you got a family, you got a wife, or you got a husband, come on, go ahead and take it. I mean, you don't want to starve to death, right? Now going back to the statement, leaning on faith, because the scriptures tell us what it says that can we get that? I forget how it's worded. It says some shall rejoice, right? It says my roughly paraphrasing, my elect shall rejoice, but some shall mourn. My people shall eat and they shall starve. I forget exactly how it's worded, right? But that's the faith that we're going to have to lean on in the days that Jacob's trouble. That's what it is. Okay, you know, and through the spirit, man, we were going through some studies yesterday, and You know, when Pompey, when they led that siege or that attack on Jerusalem, you read, according to the Josephus, they will say that you had Israelites, though that they were being attacked and being plotted and planned against. What they will do, they will continue to sacrifice unto the Lord. They will continue to serve the Lord. Okay? So in a sense, that's what's going to be the same type of spirit that we're going to have to be in, man. Even though we're dealing with starvation, we're dealing with being attacked. You got individuals around you, fellow Israelites, being put to death to remain faithful unto the Lord. Okay? Yep.
Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
It says, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. All right, go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right, so this is, and that's a heavy statement, because you have even our people that don't hearken unto the word, maybe be scoffing the word, just rolling by, walking by, just talking smack, saying this ain't real, saying that this is the Bible is written by man, it's been altered so many times, so on and so forth. These are the same individuals that don't have that same faith within them. So when the same things that they scoffed start to come to pass, this is what it's talking about. The individuals that scoff the truth, you're gonna mourn. Okay? You're gonna be crying. You're gonna be the one starving. And also just to make a statement, this is why we pray that we continue in the faith, because we could be the same individuals. We want to eat. We want to be in the good graces of the Lord. We want to be rejoicing, man. Because even on this level, let's say you ain't got no money and you can't go to the store and buy nothing to eat, and you just can't eat. How do you feel? You're in a mournful state. You're in a depressive state. Okay? So how much more in that time, ain't no stores open, ain't nobody selling no food, and then the Lord provides you something. Come on, man. That's where the faith is going to have to kick in for us, man. Because there's going to be a time we ain't got no food, and the Lord's going to provide something. I'll say for the elect. I'll say that because we're of the hopeful elect. The Lord's going to provide to those who have faith in Him from the beginning. Can we get that in those that stood so stiffly, right? Was it more than that precept you had? Okay.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 47. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I to greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Right.
I should have backed it up because it's talking about them being crowned and stuff, but
no, that was the point that I wanted. Those that stood so stiffly. Now, it doesn't only involve calling upon the true names of Yahweh, whom this world ignorantly calls God, or YAHAWASHI, whom this world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but it's following the things that He said to do in the times of hardship. Okay? In the time where it looked like this is not logical, but you did it anyway because it was said to do. This is standing stiffly for the Lord. Okay? Yeah, this should have been into that. Can we get Oh yeah. Now I want to circle back to the beginning. Unless you had something, I want to circle back to the beginning. 2 Ezra 4 and 37. Right? Can you get let's get Habakkuk 2 and 3 before we get that 2 Ezra.
This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, and starting at verse 2, it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it."
Right. Now it says, right, read that again, Slovakia.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Right. It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. Okay, because it was going to be for a later time where these things were going to be written. I mean, Slovakia, these things were going to be read. All right. It says that he may run that readeth it. Okay. So it's making it plain, and it's really only it's plain to the elect. All right, but we're gonna continue on.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, these prophecies, that because that's when you go into the vision, is something that's what the prophet is saying. They had visions of things that were going to happen in the future. So it says that write the vision that it may be plain upon tables, that it may be for an appointed time, a set time. Okay, and that set time is now. And how do we know that? We see the wars and the rumors of wars, right? We see the pestilences, and we see that the Revelation 13 and 16. We see that coming to pass. Okay, we see in the lawlessness that was going to be prescribed, that was written in the scriptures. This is, I mean, and lawlessness happened throughout generation to generation, but it's at an all-time high. Okay. So this is at a point in time that the Lord was speaking of. Go ahead.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. You know, I'll go into a statement as the world would say, seeing is believing. You see it, right? We see it also, and this is why we believe it the more. Okay, we didn't have to see it per se, but now that we do see it more and more, hell yeah, we believe, and we're pushing it. Okay, go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
Though it tarry, wait for it. Now, to tarry means that what? It's not going to happen expediently. It's going to be a process. It's going to take time. That's why it says, though it tarry, wait for it. Now, can we get that in 2nd Ezra 4? Right?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times.
Right.
And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right. Now he says he does not stir nor move them to the said time be fulfilled, because going back to where it says the appointed time, that means there was going to be a buildup. Okay, we can't jump over prophecies, right? The MOTB is going to happen, the destruction is going to happen, and then the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. Okay, but these are going to happen in order, because there was a point in time where you had certain people thinking that war was going to happen before the MOTB was established upon the earth. Okay, but we see that war is definitely rising. The MOTB is right there. We damn near about to walk into the MOTB, man. Okay, we damn near about to walk into that. So what do you think is going to follow after that? Because the Most High said he set them in. Read that again, Bible Shah.
2nd Ezra 4:37.
And we say often, man, you know, various Akim always say, and it's a concurring statement, that the Most High is the master chess player. Okay, he's setting these things up. He's building it up to a point, all right, and then he's going to bring another prophecy to pass right on time, man. You read it, bro.
By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Everything is going to be done decently and in order. Everything is going to be done decently and in order, man, with these prophecies. All right? That was it to that. That was it to that.
You want to keep going with it?
Was it Habakkuk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go a couple more verses.
All right. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Because, but the just shall live by his faith.
Hey, and that's in these times we're gonna definitely have to have faith. Like it says in the book of Hebrews 11, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, and it reminds me of the precept we just brought out. In those times when this MOTB is established, and those who don't have this MOTB or this digital mark, you're not going to be able to just eat like the rest of the people. You're not going to be able to just go anywhere like the rest of the people and have access to places. Okay, unless you have this particular mark, which means essentially you're going to be exiled from society. But our faith is going to be a determining factor on whether we make it through those times without turning on YAHAWASHI, man. Go ahead.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
Yeah, that's it. Get Second Ezra 9. I will show. Second Ezra 9 and 1.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be...
Because it says measuring the times. The prophecies of YAHAWASHI is the measuring stick to the end of these days. Now we've been in the end of time since YAHAWASHI, since YAHAWASHI's days, man. Since after he rose up the third day. That's when the end of time started, man. But we're in the last of the times, and how do we really recognize it? Just look at the world, what's going on. Okay? You got these different nations going back and forth, in a sense of war. You got Russia. They was fucking up Ukraine, okay, which is a major war, which is a major proxy war, I should say, because Babylon was backing it, or backing Ukraine to be specific. To what? To pretty much both sides were testing out their might against each other. Babylon the Great, being America, was testing their different weapons and their different tactics out through Ukraine. Russia, they were testing out different they were doing the same thing, testing out different weapons and tactics against Ukraine, because eventually it's going to be this war is going to blow up. Okay, you got the pestilences in diverse places, and you see the mpox is getting bigger. All right, you had the CVID that passed, and that shook up the world. Okay, so just to name a couple of things, this is the measuring stick for the end of times, man. All right, and this is why we have to come out and teach these things to show our people, hey, we got to be mindful of the things that are going on, because this is showing that the Most High is about to visit this place. Okay, he's about to visit this place with his son YAHAWASHI and these holy chariots. Okay.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, as it spoke of in Habakkuk, that appointed time. All right, because these things were spoken before our days, man. This is not some new thing that we just decided, hey, let's come together and let's make these things that are going on in the world match up magically with the scriptures. No, the scriptures don't need no help, man. We just see it coming to pass, like the brother read in the book of Habakkuk. At the end, it shall speak and it shall not lie. Because we're going to break them down, because the Lord required us to break them down. But you can see it. The only ones who can't not recognize it are those whom the Most High didn't want to recognize it, didn't allow to recognize it. Okay.
This is Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 16. It says, seek ye out the book of the Lord and read.
Right, and that's the Bible. Seek you out the book of the Lord and read.
No no one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate, for my mouth hath.
Hey, it says no one of these shall fail. Going back to the visions, going back to the Isaiah, the 55th chapter, where it says that the Lord will send his word and shall not return it to him void, but shall accomplish that to where he sent it. Okay? Go ahead.
None shall want her mate.
Because there are different, there's different books, there's different philosophies out there that say this, that, and the other. Okay? But the scriptures, the things that it speaks, it comes to pass. You see it in front of your eyes, man. You don't have to question whether this is true or not, unless you just blatantly want to, be rebellious against what's written. These things are right in front of our faces, man.
At the end of the day, is if the Lord put the Spirit on him, because he's like, even how they spoke in parables, we speaking plainly.
Yeah.
We're not even speaking parabolic speech, but it seems as if it is because they can't get it, and that's what, when you just bring the scriptures together, like it says, my sheep hear my voice. When it comes to sheep, they follow the shepherd. The shepherd is the one who leads them to the pasture to feed and leads them to get something to drink and, protects them.
Yeah.
So, the other people out here are considered, the Lord is not their shepherd. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, the Lord is my shepherd. Mm-hmm. The Lord is not their shepherd because they can't hear his voice.
Right.
All right. So therefore they can't be converted. They can't be healed. Okay, that's why it's such a blessing to have this knowledge, man. And I'll be honest, oftentimes when we're in the flesh, we take it for granted. Me personally, starting with me, I do take it for granted, but you really have to consider how long can you play around, for lack of better words, So that's why it's like he's gonna start at the house for the ones that start at my sanctuary. He's gonna start with the ones that know. He start with the heads, and by heads I mean the ones who are in the know.
Yeah.
The ones who know to do better. All right, rightfully so. The other people, they living their lives. They've been warned, but the Lord didn't call them. All right. Some of the people ain't been called. Some people have been called that's not going to be chosen. All right? Just because you're called don't mean that you're chosen, man. We got to just keep that in our mind as well,
Hey, that you said that, because the Spirit hit me the other day, man, or really yesterday. And one of the things that came to my mind is make your calling and election short, because that's a beautiful statement, because you have men that are within this thing, like starting with myself, that we have, at point in time you have downturns where you like, damn, man, am I really a part of this thing? Did the Lord choose me? But then the Lord will put a spirit on you to break your ass down and be like, nigga, not if you ain't doing what I said.
I mean, it's we all go through those moments.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's all about the reaction. You're gonna go through those moments multiple times.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You're going through those moments multiple times. What you did different from the time before. That's what it is, because you'll go through those moments and then you might make a change. And you'll go through that moment again when maybe the Lord trying to have you build in another area or grow even more. This is not like a I get it and now I got it situation. This ain't a Christian card. They feel like because they go to church that they're saved, that they can do whatever and say whatever and however and act however. That's what the Christians do. When it comes to the Lord, this is constant growth. All right? He said, hey, you should not go amongst all of the cities until I return. Meaning it's not just, okay, well, I taught. We got to camp in every state so we can chill out now. No, it's constant. It's a never-ending labor, man, until the Lord delivers. All right? Shit, even, when the Lord does, when there is a famine of the word, all right, cool, famine of the word. at that point in time, however it's going to come about, we're no longer teaching, you know, but now it's time to apply what you had even more. Because some people stand here and feel like the few videos that they do is enough. The few reading that they do enough. Yeah, hell, even being told what to do is enough. All right? But you got to have your individuality in this thing, but you also got to be in order in this thing. All right? So that's what it's going to come down to. Because what was the precept you just brought out in Isaiah? Seek ye out of the book of the Lord. Yeah, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Blessed is he that readeth. All right? Be ye a doer of the word and not a hearer only. Okay? So as you're reading, you must apply. That's the purpose of you reading instructions to something that you're putting together. You're putting certain type of liquid in your car, you better read them instructions. So you know how much to put in, where to put it. Hey, you better, oh, this right, this is a power steering cap right here. Okay, bam, this is where the washing fluid go. You know, I don't know which one of y'all brothers sent the video of a lady putting vegetable oil in the car. You know, it seemed like it was a joke thing, but regardless, if you put vegetable oil in the car, you don't want a car.
Right.
You know, you're not frying chicken in the engine. You know what I'm saying?
And even with that, there's a difference between 10W30 and 5W30.
Exactly. Based off of the thickness, based off of what can go for your engine, man. All right, even when it comes down to gas, you got premium cars that only take premium. You got cars that only use unleaded. You can use E85 in this car. All right, so on and so forth. But everything is for its purpose. You know, everything is for its purpose. Y'all go ahead.
It's Isaiah 34:16. It says, "Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded."
Hey, because it says no one of these shall fail. Because that's what we mentioned earlier. I mentioned earlier, you have even whistleblowers coming out, and they're through the information that they're bringing out is backing up what the prophets have been saying, man. Right? This is backing up what the prophets have been saying. That this Babylon the Great is America because of these particular things. You know, look at the conduct that it takes on. Okay, you know, look at you got the rainbow community. Okay, circling back to Rome. You know, look at the type of political structure it has. Okay, you know, and there's a lot of information going back from these whistleblowers that's confirming the words of the prophets via through YAHAWASHI. And this is how we are able to come out here and boldly say, well, I'll say boldly even more, that this is the real book. This is the only book that we need.
Got a banger.
You know, and the elder brother here, he brought out a while ago. He made a statement a while ago. There are particular books and things like that bring out good information, and it's good to get into them. Okay, but at the end of the day, everything that you read in the scriptures is going to stand solid. Okay, there's so much information that Yahweh Shai have showed us physically that this is the true word, man.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 12:17. For when men will not believe that thou art of full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest.
Ooh, hey, that had me thinking about when Nebuchadnezzar. What was that? He was lifted up in pride. He had a great kingdom. Okay, but what did he do? He sacked the temple of Jerusalem. All right, and I'm just thinking about Daniel because he kept going to Daniel about these visions he was having. And Daniel said, "What? Your kingdom, though your kingdom was great, you're going to be brought down low. You're going to be pretty much cast out of your kingdom." And when Nebuchadnezzar was inevitably cast out of his kingdom, what did he do? That was the power that he started praising the Lord, man, saying that God is the only true God, man.
I'm gonna one up you in the same sense in the same book, because it said, "For them that know, make their and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest." Now we going to Try to get their Hebrew names going. Mishael, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. You know what I'm saying? Learn a Hebrew name. AKA Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, so it made their boldness manifest because they said, hey, look, King, we're not even thinking careful when we tell you this, roughly paraphrasing, but we don't care about bowing down. If the Lord is going to deliver us, and if he not, then we still going to, die serving the Lord pretty much. That's making their boldness manifest when men think that he wasn't the full power. So what did he do? All right, well, I made this decree that I got to throw y'all in the fire, and I threw you on the fire. It's like, hey, didn't we throw 3 men in the fire? Yeah. Those Hebrew dudes. Why is it 4 of them in there and one is like unto the Son of Man? That's showing that power, man. All right? So going like the brother is speaking on us through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, speaking these words, all right, and prophesying through the spirit, people start to see things. That's why a lot more people are speaking on the MOTB and what it is and connecting it to revelation based off of the foundation that the apostles and elders have laid through the spirit. All right? It wasn't no heathen that popped up and like, hey, this is boom, 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 boom. They brought this information out. The men back then wrote it down as best as they, I ain't gonna even say as best as they could. They wrote it down how they were supposed to write it down. Yeah. Because it was gonna be revealed in its time. And now is that time for these certain things to be revealed. The MOTB, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Gog and Magog. All right, the Carmanians, the Persians, connecting them to the Iranians. All right, who the nations are, who the 12 tribes are. All of this is in that time of being revealed because all of that was written. All right, in the land of their captivity, there shall they be called the sons of the living God. So now we know we are the prince of the power. Now we know we're Israelites. All right, all of that. You should discontinue from your heritage. We didn't know that. That's when all of these things is written down are coming to pass, man. That's the Lord making this fullness of power be shown and manifest. All right, but only the ones who he allowed to take heed is going to understand that. Some is lost in Babylon, so they just reprobate. Some will come in and then they'll fall out. All right, some will come in at the last little bit. But that's why you got to have your individuality in. You can't walk how another man is walking. The Lord is dealing with us all on the same level, but it's different things. He got his own weaknesses and strength, and so on and so on and so on. So the Lord is going to build you up how you need to be built up for whatever purpose he needs you for. All right, it speaks about being according to his will. All right, predestined for his purpose when you read in Ephesians, the 1st chapter. Okay, that's what it's about, man. But you try to do your own thing, that's when you end up losing. Or if you're not taking heed, you can't just ignore the spirit. You'll have you don't want too many Jonah situations, man. Like I always say, if the Lord wants you, he gonna get you. But the harder you fight, the more shit you're gonna have to fucking go through, man. It's as simple as that. So you might as well submit, take heed to what's going on and going around you, and make your changes that you need to be making.
Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them.
What it says, read that first part again. It says none of these shall fail after that part.
None shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded.
Right, and you got a lot of people are going back to the Bible now. A lot of people are really trying to see what the hell is going on, and how are they doing that? By looking through the Bible and seeing, damn, this is what's going on right now. They're not looking into the Book of the Mormons. They're not looking into these little side books, man. They're looking into the book of the Lord now. Okay? So that, and this is how you cannot deny this. Ultimately, you cannot deny the spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord don't deal with Islam. He don't deal with Mormonhood, Seventh-day Adventists. He don't deal with the Baptist churches or how they getting down. He's dealing with the truth of the scriptures. That's the spirit that's out here right now, man. Okay. Can we get real quick? The brother made a statement, but it was a beautiful one. I believe it's Isaiah 25 verse 7. You know.
Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people.
Right. And what now? Mountain represents what? A government. Okay. Go ahead. Read again.
And he will destroy in this mountain,
Babylon the Great,
the face of the covering cast over all the people.
Right, which is what? Lies, things that don't match up with the scriptures. Okay, things that are with the scriptures. It tells you the things that's not supposed to be done and things that are going on. But the Most High is revealing things now, man. That's the covering cast that the Most High is removing. So you got a lot of people that seeing this world for what it is. Okay, it's not just a world of fun and games, but you see the evil that's truly hidden behind the scenes, man. These are the things that the Most High, the Heavenly Father, is revealing. Go ahead.
And the veil that is spread over all nations.
Ultimately, the lies that Esau Edom has spread throughout the earth, and even with the color, the true depiction of the Lord. You know, you had Russia was probably like a year or something ago, maybe a year and a half ago. They start coming out with these different depictions of the Lord. They're saying that the men of the Lord were dark people. Okay. Now, you can't combat that because it matches up with the scriptures, right? You're going back to even what what Moses and Aaron with their sister Miriam, when she took her hand out of her bosom. What? It was white, man. Why would they mention that? Because it shows that what? These were dark-skinned people. Revelation of the first chapter. Dark-skinned man. The book of Daniel. Dark skin. So all these different things are coming out to where they can't be refuted, and the Most High put that spirit within the earth. So now you can't deny anything. You can't deny that the men of the Lord and the individuals in the scriptures were dark-skinned individuals. Okay? And this is just amongst many things. That's just the first things that comes to mind, but it's amongst many things, man. Okay? That was it? That's pretty much all I had. That's pretty much all I had too much. Unless you have a precept.
No.
Somebody.
Isaiah chapter 25, verse 8. He will swallow up death and victory, and the Lord Yahawah will wipe away tears from all faces. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from all the earth, for the Lord Yahawah had spoken.
Yeah, read that again, because that's a good scripture. Because it says, read that again.
He will swallow up death and victory, and the Lord Yahawah will wipe away tears from all faces.
Right. So after the truth has been revealed, after these prophecies came to pass, the MOTB, all right, the declining of America's financial system, all right, transferring over to that digital system, essentially going into the MOTB, right, and it's going to lead ultimately, it's going to build up ultimately to that destruction, and then what? Then what's going to happen after that? America, not America. The kingdom of YAHAWASHI is going to be established. This is when the tears are going to be wiped away. Death is going to be swallowed up because all this wickedness is going to be done away with. All these unrighteous decrees are going to be done away with. All these GMO foods, this this food, this air that's making us sick, this water that's making us sick, all right, this vain education that our children are receiving, all that's going to be done away with.
As well as us dying, because the law is going to be written within our inward parts. We have new bodies, so we want to live everlasting.
Read the latter part of 8.
And the rebuke of his people shall you take away from all the earth.
Right. Hey, that's a beautiful point that the brother said that, because Israel is going to be set in their proper place. Okay. Of course, we're going to be under the ordinances of YAHAWASHI, right? But that rebuke is going to be taken away. We're not going to sin anymore. We're not going to have to be punished for sin in the kingdom of heaven as Israelites. Okay. That's what that rebuke has come from, because right now we're being constantly rebuked, constantly punished, constantly chastised, all right, constantly made an example of what not to do against the Lord. But that this word is going to be engraved in our hearts, man. Or it's going to be impossible to go off, right? That's the point that I want to get to. Is it's going to be impossible for the nation of Israel to go off, man. But these heathen nations, they're going to be under the rule of the Heavenly Father, via through the judges of the earth, which will be Israelites. And then that goes into the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, which says that's why these nations, they're going to flow onto the nation of Israel. Okay? To further prove that point, Isaiah, the 60th chapter does say, the nation that shall not serve thee, they shall utterly perish. Because though they're gonna be subject unto the law, doesn't mean that they ain't gonna have wicked ass thoughts. But they're gonna be punished immediately for it, man.
Yeah, it ain't about to be. It's not gonna be like this kingdom where you're free to do whatever. Y'all can serve whatever God y'all want, eat whatever food y'all want, have whatever morals and nah. It's gonna be the Lord's way, the same ways that He gave us, that said is above everything else. When you go read in Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, it says, hey, the nations look at us and like, for sure there's a great power behind them based off of the way we carry ourselves. The Heavenly Father didn't accidentally give us a great way to live. No, He gave us a dietary law based off of the way that He made our bodies. All right? He gave us a moral and ethic code, so to speak, within the laws. Treat others how you want to be treated, so on and so forth, based off of how we are supposed to carry ourselves. All right? Made in His image and His likeness. All right? That's why we're a peculiar people above the rest of the earth. Okay? You got these Hamites with their little rituals, and you got other nations serving beetles and idols, and that's why He say, don't learn the way of the heathen. All right, they idolizing the stars and the moon and the sun and all of that. The Lord gave us Him. All right, hey, put no other God before me, man. And that was always our downfall. Following after the heathen, being like them. Hell, we're going all the way to Adam. That's what happened. Took the knowledge of the other trees, aka the men, the other nations, other people that was around about, man. That's where that's where the fall started. All right. Then we would go get our, going down to the Israelites, we would get in trouble and pray to the Lord. And get in trouble and pray to I gotta get y'all a new covenant, man.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and inventing of them the corruption of life.
Yeah, and there you go. And ultimately that was us committing adultery on the Heavenly Father. All right, He gave us that bill of divorcement. He put us on punishment. He sent us to the other nations. All right, He said, go call on them. Go call on them. Since y'all wanted to serve them, when y'all get in trouble, go call on them. All right? Because we are supposed to be carrying ourselves a certain way. And that's why when the kingdom comes, we're going to have that law, keep that law within us, and the other nations are going to follow after that, man. All right? It ain't going to be no, oh, this is their reform, this is how they operate, this is, no. Get down or lay down. Like the brother quoted, for the nations that will not serve thee shall be, deleted, man.
First Kings chapter 18 and 24. And call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the power that answers by fire, let him be the power. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken.
Yep. There's more to that, huh?
Yep. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, choose you one bullock for yourselves, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your gods, but put no fire under.
Yeah, and it's the same thing happened with Moses. He showed the power of the Lord, and then they had their little magic and divination. So he's like, I will call on y'all God, and then I'll call on mine.
And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even unto noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered, and they leaped upon the altar which was made. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked him and said, cry aloud, for he is a God. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in the journey, or preventing he sleepeth.
Maybe he's busy.
Yeah.
Maybe he ain't answering y'all because he's busy. He had to go on vacation, man. Our power don't go on vacation. What y'all doing up there?
You must be awakened. They cried aloud to cut themselves after their manner with knives and lancets, till the blood gushing out upon them.
Yeah, because to my understanding, that was a form of a self-sacrifice to certain gods. They would pretty much cut themselves as as their blood.
That's the way I forget. Like they afflict themselves. That's the word that go back to afflict yourself. I believe it's fasting or enduring. It says, and it came to pass when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice nor any answer nor any that regard. And Elijah said unto all the people, come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him, and he prepared the altar of the Lord that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord, and he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullocks in pieces, and laid them on the wood, and said, fill your barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt surface and on the wood. And he said, do it in the second time. And they did it in the second time. And he said, do it in the third time. And they did it in the third time. And the water ran about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at that time, at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Lord power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am the servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word.
Yeah, he's like, it's glory unto you. Pretty much it's glory unto you. All right, all of the other nations, it's for them and themselves. He did say, they show them, you rocking with me, for lack of better words. But he said, show them that you the true God, pretty much. Right.
Hear me, O Lord. Hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord our power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the dust and licked up the water that was in the trench.
It shouldn't even caught on fire. They drenched it with water. They put water all. It's not supposed to even catch on fire, man. This is the power of the Lord. This is Him manifesting. All right, that's what we got to look forward to. That's why we have faith, because it's glory unto bahasham YAHAWASHI for what His power can do. Him being Him, man.
Not only did you just light an element on fire from nowhere, but you even went against the odds against something that was drenched in water. You consumed that, and then went even further and consumed the ash and the elements.
Yep.
You know, so it's like, nah, I work. You know,
yeah. You know, behold, you know.
Right. Fishing, I could really burn something. You know.
Maybe your God he's asleep, or he's gone.
And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces and they said, "The Lord, He is the power. The Lord, He is the power."
Yeah, bro. It's like you. Now I'm kind of thinking about a bunch of the I thought that was a situation where He burnt the men. He had fire come down from heaven and burnt the men.
No, that's what Moses. This situation, he pretty much gathered them up.
But it's like you had once again you had the Moses situation. The Lord made He sent the plagues. They mocked some of I would say they mimicked some of the plagues. But when it started to get into the Lord sent the lice, sent the flies. They couldn't get rid of them. You know, you should be able to do something to get rid of them. All right, and there was one key that made you, let the Lord's people go when He sent that death angel, man. You couldn't stop it because once again, like you were speaking on, certain they see the power of the Lord, or it could be right in front of their face, but they just can't get it. Well, the Lord didn't give it to them to put the blood of the Lamb on their doorpost. Therefore, they wasn't covered. Therefore, the death angel didn't pass over them, man. All right? We know all of that is spiritual with what? Being in this truth. Okay? We're putting in our work, putting in our labor, all right, because we serve the living power, man. All right? The power of the living. All right? We don't serve no statue that we got to bow down to, that we got to move, that we got to dust off. Okay? It's made of wood, keep termites away from it. You had another situation when they put the Ark of the Covenant next to Dagon, and what happened? They came in, Dagon's stupid ass was knocked over, man. All right. Then they're like, "Oh, hey, let's pick this up." They picked it up, came back the next day. The Lord just broke it in pieces. Like, stop playing with me, you know. So this is the Lord manifesting His power. All right. Now we live in a day and age. I got
the situation you're talking about with Elijah.
Okay, come.
Oh, was that the same one or that?
Yeah, it's a different one than one he was talking about. This is 2 Kings chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, "Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and went unto him, and behold, he sat on the top of a hill, and he spake unto him, Thou man of God, the king hath said, Come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of the Most High, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50.
And it wasn't like, man, I'm about to do this. No, he called on the Lord. If I be a man of God, hey, look out for me. Show your power. All right? And it's, like I said, it's countless. You go to the 3 holy children. You go to them. He like, nah, I ain't. And Nebuchadnezzar like, tell me my dream. Well, hey, king, tell me the dream and I interpret. Nah, y'all think y'all slick. Because y'all just going to make something sound good so y'all ain't got to die. It's like, nah, tell me my dream. Interpret it before I tell you. All right? So then when it was about ready to go, once again, man. All right? So this is the Lord doing divine intervention. Okay, stepping in. But they had to have faith to call on the Heavenly Father. That He would provide for them, man. All right, just as we're going to have to do in these last days. Okay?
Psalms 86, verse 7. In the day of my trouble, I will call upon thee. For thou wilt answer me, among the gods there is none like unto thee, O Lord.
Yeah, amongst the gods there is none like unto thee. Okay, you talk. We serve the heavenly Father. All right, we serve the Creator. Okay, not what He created. Okay, the elements that they stood, the wood, the gold, the silver, the idols the materials that they need, and they make those things out of, the Lord created, man. Okay, we serve the power that's like, man, this is dark and void. Let's bring some life and some light to it. Yeah, we should do this. Boom, 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 boom. Got the trees. The prayer of Azariah, man. Okay, bless, O ye trees, bless the heavenly Father. And it speaks about everything, the water and the trees and the fowls of the air and the cattle and the people and so on and so forth, man. Because he's the creator, all right? He wasn't created, you know? But people need those tangible things. That's why they walk around with their crosses, their rosary beads, okay? Little idols, you know? Relics. People, you know, hold on to relics. Hey, serve the living power, man.
Says, neither are there any works like unto thy works.
Yep. Neither are there any works and the Lord about to show some works. You know, the Lord He's about to show some works because what did it say? Can you grab that in 2 Ezra 9 with endings and wonders? Y'all make it seem like because y'all have a computer, a handheld computer, your phone. You know, you went from that big screen with the back, with the handle where you can, you know, that's how the Macs used to look. Right. They had a handle on top of there. It looked like a TV, man. You know, you had the wired mouse, wired everything. All right. The floppy disk, you want to save some data here, use a floppy disk. So y'all think because technology is advancing, that society is advancing. No, it's just the technology. Society has been dumbed down. All right.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
Endings and effects and signs. How you think he took out Egypt? With effects and signs. Hey, he told that was Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar's son, you know. He showed the many, you know, yeah, yep. And like, hey, you wilding, you over here winning my temple, you using my bowls, my stuff. The end of your kingdom is over, man. All right. Showed these kings these different visions. He showed Nebuchadnezzar a thing or two. He showed him a vision like, yeah, you're gonna be out there in the field, buddy. All right. So that's how the Lord deals. That's how he takes things. He in America. Oh man, you know how they say save the best for last? Yeah, the Lord's gonna say he literally has a he's gonna bathe it in fire, man. All right, that's how he's gonna cleanse this land. He's gonna bathe it in fire. Okay. Here it is, you know, atom bombs have been dropped before, but you're talking about 200 million warheads, you know, being shot off, being dropped. Like the Lord is going to make a statement with that. Okay? The nation standing afar off, seeing the smoke of this place. And them fighting for power or whatever they're going to be doing in the midst of, you know, Lord willing, we got that number, the New Jerusalem coming down. They going to be like, hey, we shouldn't live like, well, hey, they kind of got it now. You know, they kind of have it to where they breaking off from America now, man. Those that be at Confederate with thee, they don't want any more to do with the money system. And America, you know, they have they happy laws. You know, a lot of these countries is not with that. But that's what America, that's their democracy. They want to sneak that all into everywhere, you know?
You want more of that?
I don't know. Okay. What's that, verse 5?
That was verse 6.
Yeah, get the next two.
It says, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
By your works and by your faith whereby ye believe in YAHAWASHI, man. All right? Not the Baptist church, not the Seventh-day Adventist church, not linking up with the fucking Muslims, okay? Because they worship Allah, man. They don't serve Yahweh, bahasham YAHWASHI, you know? Be not unequally yoked with unbelievers. Said whereby ye believe. How you gonna be believing and be congregated with unbelievers, man? You know?
Shall be preserved from the said perils.
Yeah, the famine, Jacob's trouble, you know, civil war, concentration camps, you know, where some of us will be thrown in there, but the Lord will deliver some of us up out of there. Some might lose their life in there, but they'll lose it for YAHAWASHI, man. All right, but because conditions that's coming to America, all right, like they had over in Haiti when the old boy was taking over, and they was just like the little I forget the dude's name, but they was rising up against the government, or how you even see all in these other countries. It says it's gonna be insurrection, man. But a lot of people in America read all of these things going on in different countries, not expecting it to hit home, man. They don't expect foreign troops to touch down on this land. All right? But the Lord said you're gonna lose those two in day, with the loss of children, widowhood and loss of children, man. All right? Come on, sit down in this dust. You know, get a little dirty with your little virgin stuff. It's all part of the judgment of the Heavenly Father, man. Saving the best for last. Continuously walked in the pride. All right? Yeah, it was something like that. General barbecue or something. Yeah, Haiti over there going wild. And that, hey, like you see on your very dollar, man. Order out chaos, man. Order out of chaos. You constantly see a lot of people. Well, to me, it seems like a lot of people picking sides even more than ever, you know. If Trump don't get in there, we gonna you know, hey, that's the times that we in. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says a time for love and a time for hate, a time for peace and a time for war. All right?
Time to assemble, a time to pray and gather.
You know? You gotta get with the time. You gotta understand what it is, man. Like, don't let them fool you because they letting the happy people have all their little pronouns and trying to take away certain terms like gentleman and his and her, whatever. All of that weird stuff they got going on, man. All right, why shit just can't be normal? What's wrong with calling people gentlemen? You know, you guys. You know what I'm saying?
First Thessalonians chapter 5, 5 verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, and suddenly destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it happens with a woman that's pregnant. You know, she's not counting down to the day that she starts dilating. You know, to the day that those contractions start happening when her water breaks. She probably in there washing dishes or cleaning up, or it could be laying down. You know, and it just happens. Oh, it's time. All right, there ain't no countdown to it, man. The same as how the Lord is going to come, man. All right, ultimately to the ones who are not in the know, who don't see, who are not looking, who are not watching. All right, you have your 3-year plan, your 5-year plan, your post-COVID plan is looking a little better. All right, you know, it might not get back to normal where it was, but I'll deal with this. At least I got football, NBA finals, okay. You know, U.S. went crazy in the Olympics. Woo-hoo. You know, but all of that is just for shits and giggles, man. Your new job is shits and giggles. Your 401k, your pension is shits and giggles. They got a whole plan that they looking forward to doing. They plan on putting you in a 15-minute city. You don't need to travel nowhere. You just need to go within 15 minutes. You want to go to the movies? 15 minutes that way. The grocery store, all of y'all gonna go 15 minutes that way. A car? You don't need a car, no. Don't worry about it. You need a bike. Environment, remember, it's trying to be clean. You want to build all these factories, and now you want to be clean when it's too dirty, man.
Like, see all those, there's a lot of apartments stacked up. They got everything you need, the coffee shop, you know. Just like that right there about downtown, on Dodge, not downtown, but where the Walgreens is at. That community is, you know what I'm saying? You got everything you need. You got a grocery store, you got a movie theater, you know. Then you have the apartment complex right on top, the loft. You know, you don't have to go anywhere.
On a college campus, you know.
Yep.
We're gonna keep y'all locked in, man. All right, so when we start zoning off sections, y'all good. Ain't no, but everything you need is right here, man. And they'll come with a perfect reason of having it. Oh, well, you know, they got certain pestilence coming up and about, man. You know, your bird flus and your mpox, and you know, we definitely know what happened 3 years ago or 4 years ago.
Yeah, it really wouldn't be that hard anyways, because all they got to do is go back to the original cities that there was. Because as a city grows, it annexes other cities. Like Benson used to be a city. Fontenelle used to be a city. Florence used to be a city. So if they want to carton off these areas, you just take the Benson area, the Dundee area, you know, and you just carting off these little cities.
Yeah, either Elkhorn or Omaha, one of the two is trying to take the other. And I'm like, damn, what kind of shit is that? But that's, like you said, it's pretty much annexing another city. You know?
That's why, like Papillion, the Vista, they're part of Omaha now, pretty much. You know, but they were Papillion, they were La Vista. It says it's gonna be a 15-minute city in that.
Yep. Give you a nice little area around the south. You know? What of that?
Yeah. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
Yep, because it's gonna start with the people on this sign, man. It's not, ain't no salvation coming to those rats over there. All right, they ain't getting no salvation, man. Simple as that. It's gonna start within his land and his border. It was a people before it was a place, man.
For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Yeah, the Lord, he already got his roster. He been picked his roster before he created everything. It tells you in Ephesians before the foundations of the earth, certain men and women was predestined, man. All right. Anybody else had anything else?
This is Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse. This is Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And hey, as the brother was speaking on, everything is coming to a head. It's always us versus them. The Democrats versus the Republicans. They want Trump. They want Kamala Harris. You know, they want taxes. They want more businesses. You know, men versus women. You know, everything is it's a fight these days, and it's going to manifest into a physical fight.
That's what happened when the tension get, when the tension builds, man. Too much friction causes heat.
Yeah.
That's it. Anybody got a closing preset? Hey, so with that, we want to give all praises
To Yahweh, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Hakadash.
want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessing to the hosts and elect out there teaching us the word across the four corners of the earth. All right, as well as the men and women that have followed. Hey, shalom.